Hey everybody, me and Buster want to say welcome to Little Cahaba Junkin, where we share a whole lot of Junkin and even more Jesus. Enjoy our video. I have a very special treat for you guys today. Today we are at Tiffany's farm. Tiffany is the owner and curator of the Cranky Queen. She collects all things vintage, and I have never seen a house like this. Y'all are going to absolutely love it, and I can't wait to share it with y'all. Hi, Tiffany. Thank you so much for letting us come. And what's your puppy dog's name?
This is Eli.
Hey, Eli. He had to meet me when I first got here to make sure I wasn't going to come and steal his mama's vintage stuff.
So he's a grumpy old man, but he's good.
Well, Tiffany, thank you so much for letting us come and tour your house.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Yes, I already got a sneak peek of everything, and I know everybody's going to love it. So I'm just going to let you introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Tiffany Steers, and we live in the Fayetteville, Alabama area, about 15 minutes from Sylacauga. And this is property that had been in one family, the Waters family, for over 100 years. And we were able to buy it once the last descendant was in his 80s. And originally we had planned on restoring the house that we're standing in now, but it was in such bad repair that we took it down board by board and rebuilt similar floor plan and used a lot of the building materials, the wood, the brick, sinks, tubs, and all of that to make it our home.
Well, y'all are just going to absolutely love it. And there is so many wonderful things to take in, so we're just going to take our time, and we may even have to do 2 videos, but it is just absolutely gorgeous.
This basically my buffet, and I collect Peter's pottery and McCarty pottery from Mississippi. And so that's what you'll see, these little birds, these bunnies, things of that. If you're from that area, you know exactly what it is.
I have a friend who is a nurse anesthetist, and you said McCarty, and for all of our work functions, she would bring her McCarty pottery for us to use for baby showers and stuff, and she's from Mississippi, and she introduced me to that.
And since we love cows, I have a lot of cow things. We do raise some commercial cattle and Scottish Highland, so you'll see cow and
have
chicken
Scottish
things.
Highland
Yes,
cows.
we do.
Oh my goodness! Y'all, I'm gonna just be over here living with Tiffany. And this piece is gorgeous. Where'd you find this?
This we found in Atlanta at an estate sale.
All the detail. You just can't find furniture like this anymore.
No, it's probably English, and I just loved the patina of it.
It's beautiful.
It's traveled with me to all the places we've ever moved.
Well, of course. And you said this was one of your more recent finds, this piece,
yes,
didn't it?
It is actually an old chicken egg incubator. And it actually has the light and the thermometer, and you can open the door and slide out where you put the eggs. And I thought, with us having chickens, I just had to have that. And we went to Roanoke to buy a piece, and she had this for sale too. And I thought, I've got to have it.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
Grouped all of my chicken stuff. I love funky folk art. This folk art is from an Alabama folk artist that has passed away now, Jimmy Suddeth, and that was a gift from my sweet husband.
It is. I told Tiffany that she's going to start looking, and there's going to be little knickknacks missing from every area because I'm going to take something home. It's just so pretty.
Thank you.
I told Tiffany if I lived in this living space, I would never leave.
Sometimes I don't. I stay here 2 or 3 days. Don't get out of my pajamas.
I'm telling you, I never would. I love your collection of doorknobs. Were some of these from the house, or?
Yes, and those that I've just picked up and collected over the years. I love architectural things. No rhyme or reason of what I collect. There's old locks and mortise locks from doors. All kinds of things that the normal person probably would think, well, why do you have that?
Well, if it strikes your fancy, hey, that's me. If I see something I love, I just grab it and I'll figure it out later. So pretty. There's our little buddy. He's hiding in his little bed that is made from what is it, Tiffany?
That's a wholesome bread crate.
Even he loves vintage. Everything is just so thoughtfully put together.
Well, thank you. The window is from an elementary school they tore down in Alexander City. And the brick from this hearth is from the old Avondale mills in Sylacauga that we were able to salvage.
That is gorgeous. I'm trying to go slow because there's so much beautiful stuff to look at. I told Tiffany I never imagined she had this much gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. Now, how many children do you have, Tiffany?
I just have one. He'll be 29 next month, and I have one grandson that's 2 years old. And believe it or not, knock on wood, he's the terrible twos right now, but he doesn't really bother anything when he comes to visit, which I'm surprised about.
He may be your little Junkin buddy when he gets older.
He might be.
He might help you pick out some good stuff. What are these?
Those came out of an old organ, a pump organ that you would pull.
Oh my goodness. Those are awesome.
Aren't those neat?
Yes. You've got so many pieces that I've never seen. I never would have thought. And is this one of your son's little?
Yes, it is. Logan.
That is so sweet.
This is my uncle's baby shoes. I have little shoes all over the place. Have a little shoe fetish.
That's okay. I love shoes too. I love baby shoes, especially Buster Brown's. Imagine that. And this is another gorgeous piece too.
Now we did buy that one for this particular area, and we needed something that we could, at the time, when you still had VCRs and things like that, would fit in it.
Yes. Oh, I still have a VHS player that I have tucked away for things that I don't have on DVD and can't find, especially home movies. And this is right by her beautiful double doors.
That is a painting from the courthouse from my hometown, Tallulah, Louisiana.
That is gorgeous. I was about to say it looks like a state building.
Yes, and then all of my little crewels and nest. That's another thing that I collect with my wasp nest and my bird's nest.
You need to come to my house because I could give you as many wasp nests as I'm telling you, they just about are to carry us off right now. And did you find all the feathers out on your property? Or?
Most of them, yeah. With our chickens, and our neighbors have turkeys. And so I'm always over gathering up feathers from their house too.
Well, I know your grandbaby loves all the animals, doesn't he?
Oh yes, he does.
And your floors, are these just floors that you liked, or these weren't salvaged from anywhere?
No, they weren't. They're a brick porcelain. In Louisiana, lots of people have brick, real brick. But we felt it was too rough, so we went with this, and it is so easy because, living on a farm on a gravel road, you're always tracking things in with the animals and dogs, and hey, it's the easiest floor to take care of.
Well, it is gorgeous too. Oh, and talk about these, because I have never had one, and I recently saw somebody telling about
Those are
them.
frozen Charlottes, and they were from Germany. And if they were broken, they would just throw them out from the doll factory. And, you know, some would have broke arms, broke legs, and they're just ones I've acquired over time. Or if a doodad breaks, I just keep their little heads.
Yes, that is adorable. I've seen lots of people talk about how they're so collectible, highly collectible, and people have a hard time finding them.
Yeah, I've had those for years, and I probably only paid a couple of bucks for them, but you know, now they're definitely more collectible.
I saw one lady that lived near a river, and it was near a factory where they made them, and she digs for them.
Isn't that cool?
Yes, out near her property. I can't remember where I saw that on YouTube, but it was really neat. And all this architectural salvage is just
Thank you.
Gorgeous. And I don't know if I had shown, you said the beams were salvaged from the house.
The wood was to make the beams, yes.
Oh, it's so beautiful. And we're going to go everywhere, but we're going to do this big main room first. I love those antlers. I want a pair like that.
Aren't those cool?
Those are gorgeous.
And because our last name is Steers, you're going to see lots of horns and animals with horns on them.
I love it. It's perfect.
That little rock was given to me in the 6th grade by one of my good friends that
Really?
I went to school with.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and then this is one of the little pumpkins that I colored when I was in the 1st grade. My mother kept everything, so I was able to.
Absolutely love it, though. That's the special stuff. My mama still has a drawer at her house with all mine and my brother's stuff in it. I love that piece. Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you. That came from Marietta, Georgia.
Well, what can I mean, I love everything. I love everything she has. And Tiffany is a Christian, and she loves her Jesus and other beautiful religious pieces. And you're going to see lots of pretty ones. I'm trying to get everything because I know y'all are just going to absolutely love it. There's another steer. And what are these little dogs called? I see them everywhere.
Staffordshire dogs.
Okay. I see lots of people collect those. And all your pretty flower frogs. And this piece is gorgeous too. All your furniture.
Thank you.
I bet it
would. A lot of people don't like the dark or the oak. But
well, it looks gorgeous against your white walls. We can't reveal Tiffany's location exactly because we know she'll come home and she'll have a crowd of people out here trying to buy stuff from her. But Tiffany is a seller, so we'll let her talk at the end of the video about all her booths. So if you like everything that you're seeing, you need to go out and support her.
Indiana, where I'm from, Mississippi, anything I like. I love a lot of the vintage art too. Fruit, as you will see, is one that I collect. But the way I look at it is if you like it, surround yourself with it. If you don't, then don't feel obligated just because it's the end thing to do.
That's right. That's me. When I first started, the farmhouse was really in. All the, you know, like the typical farmhouse style. And then I was like, I just love old crap. So I started buying old junk and I just never stopped. So I'm just loving filling it up.
You become addicted, that is the thing. And I've met so many friends and nice people along the way, Junkin and going to estate sales and thrift stores. And
I'm gonna let you. And this is so pretty. Now this is not vintage, though, is it?
It's made to look old.
Well, it's gorgeous. That's what I was about to say. Goodness gracious, that is so pretty. Now these are real, aren't they?
Those are real.
Yes.
Those are just off the side of the road. I was out yesterday with my clippers, stopping and finding things, and then the hydrangeas are out of our yard. But you can put that. I put that together in no time, and it didn't cost me anything.
It is beautiful, and it looks so pretty, and it's going to dry so pretty. Now, I am not a gourmet cook, but I bet I could whip up something good in this place.
Well, believe it or not, I don't cook a whole lot. I can cook, I just don't like to. But I can make a frozen pizza or a pot of spaghetti when I have to.
That's right. Now, I love spaghetti and frozen pizza, so like I said, I'm just going to come move in.
The joke of our house is, what kind of cereal are we having for supper tonight?
That's okay. I love cereal, too. Or a peanut butter sandwich or whatever I got to eat. You can tell I don't miss any meals, but I'm not real picky, so I'll eat whatever. That is so cute. Goodness, everything is just... I'm telling y'all, Tiffany's going to be missing some stuff. This is probably my favorite thing in Tiffany's house.
This store was advertised on Facebook Marketplace in Georgia. A lady had bought an antebellum home and she wanted to modernize it. So she took this out, and my husband and I drove over on a Sunday afternoon and picked it up, and my builder was able to make it fit, and I just love it.
I do too.
And it's the entrance to our pantry, so this is the perfect door.
It is absolutely beautiful. And Angie Barnett is going to love this because she has some vintage Halloween. And this is you and your husband and your baby, right?
Years ago, yes. But yeah, vintage Halloween is a lot of fun. And it's getting so hard to find now.
Yes, it is very, very sought after. Anything that you find is just very high nowadays.
It is. It is. Unless you can like snap it up at a yard sale or a estate sale.
And all your bottles, I bet those are so pretty when the sun shines on them.
Yeah, they are.
I love that. I have a ton of little bottles, and I'm like, I don't know what to do with them.
I saw that somewhere, and I thought, I could do that, and I just love it.
It is so cute.
Fall is my favorite time to decorate.
Me too. And these, she said, were her babies. He'll always be her baby. And this was actually Tiffany's. And how old were you, Tiffany?
I was in 1973, so I was probably about 7 years old. I'm showing my age.
No, you're not a day over 25. I love it all. And was this wood from the old house too?
Yes, it was. And a lot of the things that are in the glass cabinets above were in the old house. So I was able to get some of that as well to show. I know it's kind of hard to see.
But the history of what was here.
And that's what I think collecting is that it's reviving memories and passing it on for the next generation.
It's beautiful. Now we're going to go in her little breezeway area here, going into some other rooms.
The wood was original flooring from the house that we had planed down so that we could keep some of it, and that's an old light fixture. And this piece is a buffet that we've had, and it's gone in so many different places, but it's a functional for storage, and
it's gorgeous.
Thank you.
I bet all this furniture is heavy.
It is heavy, and my husband says this is it. No more moving.
Well, I wouldn't want to move anywhere. No. This is the dream right here.
We got these off the Thames River in London from a stinky Englishman for the equivalent of 35 American dollars. All of those.
That's so gorgeous.
Years ago.
This is so cute. Are these anybody or just?
That's my mother and my Aunt Carolyn.
Oh. And her Aunt Carolyn and her were best of friends, like me and Aunt Penny.
She's gone on to glory land.
That's right. That's where we all want to be one day.
That's right.
And this, and you said your dad worked for
Wholesome Bread.
Yes.
And this was one of the doors that I was able to get. And he was always wondering what I was going to do with all of this old stuff. Well, I think that he would be impressed.
Yes, he
say
would.
The least.
And y'all are gonna die. This is Tiffany's craft room. Her craft room is better than my everyday rooms.
Well, it's a spare bedroom that I thought, well, I'm gonna use it for my studio, and
Gorgeous.
if someone comes extra that needs to sleep, I'll have to sleep on a cot.
That's okay. Hey, look, I would sleep on this hard floor, honey. And just to have the opportunity to steal some stuff.
Well, this is the cleanest you'll ever see it. It's normally covered with quilts and sewing and painting and all the stuff that I do with my booth.
I love the dress forms. Oh, is this a necklace or
It
did you
is
just
a necklace.
That is
I got that at the first country living show that they had
That
at Stone Mountain.
is awesome.
There was a girl there that did those.
I have a couple of little pieces from Here a Chick, There a Chick.
Yes.
And she makes stuff real similar to this. I love it
her.
though. I do too. I need a little bit of everything she's got. So sweet. Look at those. Oh my goodness. See, I have so much little just random thingy-mabobs, like Ariel says. And I just don't ever know what to do with it.
And some more of my funky art.
Yes, it is all so pretty. Even the printer's on something pretty.
And my clowns.
Now, this might be a trigger for some people.
I know,
All these
my brother couldn't stand them, but it's like they needed saving. They needed to come live with me.
Those are cute little clowns, though, and all these doors are salvage, you said.
Yes, all original from the old house. We did pocket book doors to save them room. That cabinet was in the old house, and it is wonderful storage.
It is gorgeous. I love the brooms. I hate to use one, but but they're so cute. I'm just tore up. And is this your daddy?
That is my daddy and me.
I love it. Well, he started it all.
He did.
And this was Tiffany's belt when she was little. Oops, and her son's.
So don't ever throw anything away because you can decorate with it.
That's right. I just discovered these walking, and I didn't notice them before. So I want Tiffany to tell us why she did that.
The last three, there were one widow and two that never were married, and so we named the rooms after them. And one was Larkin, who was the only brother, and
I love that name.
Ruth and Virginia.
And my granny was Ellen Ruth.
Well, my mother is Emily Ruth, and my mother-in-law was Shirley Ruth. So
that is awesome. I can't believe I didn't notice that.
this
Look,
back door, that was the back door, and it has a train. You can't really see it in the etching of the door.
that is absolutely gorgeous.
The floors are some of the original. All the floors in the old house were painted, so we were able to have them milled there in Sylacauga. And all of the we call it nickel instead of shiplap. It's nickel lap, and that's what some of the old walls were in the old house. So we tried to do that and
I love it.
make it look old. That's my childhood bed that was antique before I ever slept in it.
So it is truly an antique. And her daddy went through chicken coops to find the toppers here to go. And is this your son and his wife?
Yes.
How
Allie.
Sweet.
My sweet daughter-in-law.
Does she like to junk too?
No, she doesn't.
We're gonna make her. We're gonna
know.
transform her. I need this piece right here to go above my love seat.
Isn't that cool?
I love that.
And then this bed was actually in the house. And so I loved it, and I wanted a bedroom big enough to do two full-size beds since I was hoarding the third bedroom.
Well, and all your pictures are just, I love them.
The vintage lithographs and
Yes.
old of the especially of little children.
I do too. And one of my coworkers said, "Why do you have all these strange people hanging on your walls?" And I'm like, "They need a home."
They do. They need rescuing.
Yes, they do. And her sweet aunt she was talking about is over here. We got to show her.
My Aunt Carolyn. She was one of my persons.
That's right. I told her and Carolyn's situation is very similar to me and Aunt Penny. Just best girlfriends. And I bet y'all laughed a lot too, didn't you?
We did. She was very special and missed very much.
And even her bathroom, y'all. Like, my bathroom looks like, I don't know, a bomb went off. Even her bathrooms are absolutely gorgeous. Have you ever been in a magazine or anything, Tiffany?
No, I haven't.
You need to submit this. I mean, I'm not being funny. This is, people would pay a lot of money to come and see all this. I'm gonna even show these little lights in here, or these little pictures in here. And this is coming back further into the house. And tell us about these walls.
I call it my patchwork walls. They were bits and pieces of wood from the original house that was behind plaster, behind sheetrock. And so I wanted to preserve some of that history. So my builder was kind enough and patient enough to board by board let me pick out.
Now that's a good builder.
And nailed it up for me.
And she said this is the original doorbell. I'm telling, there is so much history in here. Oh, it's just so pretty. Like I said, I would never leave. Isn't that right, buddy? Eli. And here is the Virginia room, which is Tiffany's bedroom, and this door. All these doors. One of these days, I'm going to have a house like this. Oh, my goodness.
Well, the key is to collect and salvage as you go, hoping that you'll use it one day. Because it's getting much more harder to find.
Yes, it is. That's what all the people that I've seen that are like you that love to collect, they can't. Years ago, they didn't have any trouble. And now they're having a really hard time finding everything. Because it's getting, people are realizing how fun it is.
Oh, yeah. And it's gotten so much more popular. And I think with like all of your DIY and HGTV and things like that, people are realizing that it's a lot of fun. And
Chip and Joanna have ruined it for all of us, talking about salvage stuff.
Yes.
They have. And all this furniture with the knobs are gorgeous. Oh, I love them.
Thank you.
We're just going to look. And if you need a personal shopper, Tiffany will shop for you for a very small fee. And she gets to keep anything she likes, really likes. And you just get what she is willing to part with. I'm going to need you to come fill my house. I love all these sweet little angelic little cherubs.
I know. I'm drawn towards smiles and littles. And my mom was black-headed at one time, and so I call these the Emily roots, even though they're German.
They're so sweet. My mama had dark hair too. It's still pretty dark, but I've given her lots of grays, of course.
Well, we come from a line of white gray hair, so
that's right.
It's inevitable for us. We just call it wisdom.
That's right. Oh my goodness, it's just beautiful. And I want to show all your really pretty.
My Mother Mary's.
Yes. They are so pretty. And I think we talked about this one day at the Rusty Pearl, because someone had a necklace or they had a picture or something. And then we were talking about how we liked it. And Tiffany was a vendor at the Rusty Pearl before they closed. So that's, I think, originally how we met you.
I think so.
And I told y'all, even her bathrooms. These doors are just art by themselves.
Those were the doors in the house, and they were so large that we split them and made them double doors for his and her.
Are these closets?
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome.
Yes, I wanted a separate closet from my husband so he could keep his as messy as he wanted, and I could keep mine the way I wanted it.
Well, it is gorgeous, everything. And look at the view, y'all. That's what is another thing, their property. And we're going to look at that too. It's just gorgeous.
Barn that had held an organ. And so I thought, well, we've got to use that. And again, my builder agreed to
It is
put it up there. And then
beautiful.
The beadboard on the walls was from the original house too. And the floor
I love that.
When we started ripping up the kitchen floor of the old house, it had about 4, 5, 6 layers of funky linoleum. So I thought, well, this pays tribute to that.
Yes, I love it though. It's perfect. Gorgeous.
And these are memory jugs, and they're pieces of marble and china and buttons and shells. And
I love it. Did you make them?
No. People made them through the years, and so it was just one of the things that I love to collect. Now they're so hard to find now that you can eat, and they're so expensive.
But they are gorgeous. Even her laundry room is absolutely beautiful. Her laundry room, y'all. I love that. I don't need therapy. I have a dog. Yes. And Tiffany, your people are going to be asking who your builder was because he did such a good job.
He no longer builds anymore, but his name is Pokey Burnett, and he's from the Fayetteville area.
Pokey, I love that. Oh, Penny is going to die.
All my little critters. I love my dog stuff.
Oh, it says Friday. I love that.
And the sink was in the barn, and I had it redone, and it's the perfect to like wash things out or bathe the dog, or
because her dog's just a little fella.
What? Who's out there? Someone out there? Better go get him. Typical Chihuahua.
Yes, he is a guard dog. And you said, when did you buy this property, Tiffany, you and your husband?
We bought it about 6 or 7 years ago, but the house just turned 4 years old in September.
It is gorgeous.
We have cows, we have goats, we have chickens. We really enjoy it. And it is so peaceful out here.
Yes, it is. And so you said this was the corn crib.
That was a corn crib. And that was an old garage.
It's so pretty. And her chicken coop.
Yes, and this old smokehouse that still has the hooks where they hung the meat.
That is awesome.
And the old well. And even behind the well is a storm shelter.
And she's got a bed on top of the storm shelter.
The bed was in the barn, so I thought, well, I can grow some flowers on it.
Absolutely.
And then that mantle came from an old bank in my hometown, and it's metal.
Wow. That I've never seen a metal one. Everything is so pretty. And y'all have got just the best spot. It's just so pretty.
My husband and his brother built this chicken coop.
It is darling. I'd live out here with the chickens.
They were very proud.
It
and if you knew them, they don't really have a lot of carpentry skills, so.
Authorized employees only.
Right now.
Oh my goodness.
That's Magnolia.
Her name is Magnolia.
All of the females are named after flowers.
Can I
This
pet?
is Magnolia.
Hey.
Walter Cronkite.
I
Petunia, pansy, fern, and marigold, but we call her Butterball. And then Daisy. And then our male is Frank Sinatra.
Oh my goodness. Look at this.
Priscilla, Two Hawk, we call them the Hawks, and then Gracie.
Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can get it to focus on them. Let me come up. There we go. They have better hair than I do.
I know.
They are adorable.
Now we're going for a ride to see the Highland cows.
Hello.
That's
Y'all are
Maggie.
Maggie. All ours.
Baby's blind. That's tenacity. We call her Teeny.
Oh.
She was born blind.
How sweet. They are adorable.
And then you have the belted Galloway. Those are mine. I got for Valentine's. Got Oreo, moon pie, eclair, and cupcake.
Oh my goodness. These are beautiful. Look at them horns.
I know.
Well, Tiffany, thank you for having us around your beautiful home.
You're
It is
welcome.
gorgeous. And Tiffany was so sweet. She's given me and Aunt Penny one of these little dishcloths, and they're so sweet. She makes them by hand, and she has them in her booth. And before we leave, I want you to tell them about your booth so
Well,
people
I
can
have
come
two.
support you.
I have one at Sweet Pickins,
Yes.
and that's in Childersburg, and one at Sammy's, and that's in Wilsonville.
Yes.
And I'm the Cranky Queen,
Yes.
named after from my son and my husband as kind of a pun on words. But I can be cranky sometimes.
Well, I can definitely be cranky, but you are not cranky at all. You are just precious, and
But
I
I would
love
love for
it.
y'all to come visit, and if you ever need a certain type of antique, architectural door, whatever, give me a call and I'll try to help you find one.
Yes, and I know you're on Facebook, but do you have a business Facebook, like for the Cranky Queen?
I do not. It's just Facebook and Instagram.
Okay, perfect. Well, all right. Well, we will make sure to list Tiffany's info below. And we absolutely love your house, and I know everybody else is going too, and Penny's gonna squall because she didn't come.
She'll have to come back.
Yes. Well, Tiffany said she's gonna have some babies, little baby Highland cows soon, so I may have to come out here and try to chase one of those down. Thank you, Tiffany. We appreciate you.
Welcome.